What's up, world? It's your boy, Coach EV, aka EV the Geeker, and welcome to another episode of Talking Hoops in the SIP, the playoff edition. Man, I'm excited to be here today. I'm here with uh, some of my guys, Cordarius Jones and Snack. What up, Cord?
What up, Coach?
Just wanted to make sure y'all could hear me. Can you hear me, Cord, or do I sound muffled or am I good?
No, you sound good on my end.
Snack, what about you?
I can hear you. Everything all clear on my end.
Okay, cool. All right, listen, definitely want to get all the live streamers. Hey, make sure that you jump in and get in on the live chat. We're gonna got some special guests today. I'm so excited. We got coming in today the Provine Rams. They're playing this week at Itawamba, and I'm excited about it. I'm calling them the new Provine Posse. The new Provine Posse will be in the building this week. So along with an upset and upstarted Madison Central Jags will be on tonight. So I'm excited about having them on tonight as well, along with the Brookhaven Lady Panthers. And so before we get going fully into it, hey, you know, we got to want to shout out to our sponsor, Tatum and Wade Law Firm, located at 124 East of Meat Street, right here in Jackson, Mississippi. Y'all know the deal. Tatum and Wade are real lawyers who get real results. I say if you want to get paid, you need to go to Tatum and Wade. That's my geek. So again, we're live. I'm just getting all the technical difficulties. I apologize. Seems like I'm having some issues with my streaming, but we're gonna get it going. If you're on the my live stream and you can hear the live chat, let me know in the comments if you can hear me and how clear it is and all of those things. So if you would, I'm trying to get the live chat together and let me know how all of that looks. And by just putting it in the comments. All right, well, listen, we got an explosive show tonight, man. It's playoff time. It is big time basketball, you know, on the horizon. And it is, I mean, we got all type of games here this week. Corey, let me ask you this. I'll jump with you, Snacks. Let's we're gonna probably do a little bit of the boys first, but Corey, you can jump in too. I want to know what's some of your thoughts, man, on the games that are just like that you're excited about for this week. What are some of the games that you guys are excited about? If you had
I would have to say the two games that I'm most excited to see is the Canton and the New Hope game. I definitely think that there's going to be a very good game. I think both teams have been playing well this season. I think they match up very well, and I think it'll be a high intense game. Both of them have bigs, they got guards, and both of them have a nice style of play. So I look for that game to be pretty exciting. And also the Provine versus Cleveland Central. I think that'll be a good one. Provine's been playing very well, and they're just coming off a commanding win against Attilo. So I look for them to carry that momentum into this game, knowing that they're one game away from the big house, and I can kind of see them coming out with a chip on their shoulder, ready to get over the hump.
What about you, Corey? What is one game that you're looking forward to?
One game. You already know Tupelo versus Horn Lake girls game. I think this gonna be a game that's gonna really see if Tupelo gonna go the mile or if Horn Lake gonna continue to roll on next streak they on. So I'm excited for that game. Then Horn Lake boys actually get the rematch against Starkville. So there's several other games that I would like, I like to see too, especially in that 6A girls. But they're just two of them that stand out.
I don't know whose background that is. Seems like y'all in the gym or something. Well, I'm gonna tell you, man, it is like the 6A is loaded. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run down. Let's run down. We'll start with the boys, and we'll run down the quarterfinal matchups. And here's what we do. A couple guys will be waiting on Talante and Shoes and those guys, but we'll go ahead and get our predictions. It's prediction time. Can you see me, Corey? Can you still hear me, Corey? Corey.
We can still hear you, Huey.
Y'all good? Okay, good. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So it's prediction time, like, hey, we got to get these predictions off. And let me look. I'm looking them. There we go. Here we go. So we'll come back and get Talante and Shoes when they pop on. But let's start with the boys at Itawamba, Biggersville versus Byers. Who you got, Corey?
I'm gonna go with Byers I think they got a guy that won with 1A Mr. Basketball. I'm gonna go with HW Byers.
Okay, Corey, going with Byers. Snacks, who you got?
I know Corey very knowledgeable of that side of things, so I'm gonna roll with Byers too. I'm gonna roll with.
Well, just because y'all went with them, now I'm gonna go with Biggersville. I'm gonna go with Biggersville on the, because they Biggersville.
Yeah, they won it last year, right? Did they win last year, 1A?
I think so. At Clinton High School, what y'all got? Bay Springs versus Mac Evans.
Is boys still boys?
Yeah, you starting out all boys.
I'm not familiar with either of them, but I'm gonna go with. I guess I go with Bay Springs.
Bay Springs, they known for. What about you, Cole? Snack?
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with that Bay Spring too.
I'm gonna go against both of y'all. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go with Mac Evans. West Union versus Wheeler.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with Wheeler. They look pretty good this year in 1A. They got some they got some lengthy guys. They get out, look like they get out and play some defense. I'm gonna go with Wheeler.
Okay, what you got, Snack?
I'm gonna go opposite just in case this might be the determining factor of my record. I'm gonna go with West Union.
I'm gonna go. I don't really want to go with. I'm gonna go with Wheeler too, only because I don't know. I don't know if y'all saw the video. I saw a video with how Wheeler got there, and boy, it really wasn't a. It wasn't. It was like y'all. If y'all can go back and take a look at that.
I think I've seen it.
You saw it, Corey?
I think I've seen what you're talking about. I might go back and look at it.
Yeah, man. It really, to be honest with you, was kind of. It really was kind of foul, to be honest with you. In regards to how things played out and all like that, it wasn't really good at all. But that's as I think Jim Carrey says, sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. But man, they I don't know the team. I think it was it Hooker they played against, Cora?
I don't know the team neither. I know. I want. It was some. I don't want to. I don't want to go out on a limb and say. I want to say he might be right on that.
Yeah, but they got I don't know about that one. Mac Adams, West Tally.
I'm going West Talon.
I'm gonna go West Tally too. That's my dad's old school back in the day. I'm just hoping they can get it done. What you got, Snack?
West Talon.
West Tally in the building. The West Tallahatchie Chatas. Yeah, I don't know nothing about West Tally. All right, moving right along. Let's go over to 2A. The 2A boys. We got Coahoma County versus Baldwin at Mississippi Valley.
Uh-oh. I'm going with Coahoma County. They got a couple good guards on there. Used to have the privilege to coach when I was younger, so I got to go with them. Harlem Bell, really good guard.
What about you, Snack?
I'm gonna go with Baldwin.
All right. You know, I'm from Clarksdale. I can't go against my people. So I'm going to go Coahoma County. Next, we got East Marion and versus Newton. What you got, Cora?
Sound like a toss-up to me. I'm going to go with East Marion.
East Marion in the building. What you got, Snacks?
I'm gonna go with Newton.
Newton in the building. I'm gonna go with Newton too. That's where my mama was born. I really don't know, unfortunately. And these are the things we got to get better at. To be honest with you, some of these smaller schools we don't know, and we want to get. To be honest, we'd love to have some people jump on the show that have, you know, kind of have a knowledge of these teams. Because to be honest with you, some of them, you know, we ain't trying to trick nobody. Some of them we just don't know some of them. So we apologize for that, but we're gonna get that. We're gonna do a little better than that. If you're on right now on the live chat, go ahead and put a comment in there, you know, and you can choose yours too. All right, at Mississippi Valley, Northside Gators versus Pine Grove.
Who was that again? You beat Pine Grove versus who?
Northside.
I'm gonna go with Pine Grove.
What you got, Snacks?
I'm gonna go with Pine Grove.
I'm going with my hometown people from Shelby, Mississippi. Northside Gators in the building, baby.
I thought that sounded like an AAU team you first said.
Northside Gators, man, used to be Shelby Broad Street. I can't let you do that. Boca Chilla versus Kemper County.
It used to be Shelby Broad Street.
Huh?
They used to be Shelby Broad Street.
Yes, it did. They combined it with Mount Bayou.
Shelby Broad Street was at Hoopers.
They sure did back in the day. Boca Chilla versus Kemper County.
I'm gonna go with Kemper County.
Kemper County. What you got, Snack?
I got a former college coach on the sideline. I'm gonna go with them.
I'm gonna roll with Kemper County. My guy that played for me this past summer, LeBron Johnson, has had 37 in back-to-back games. So I gotta roll with him on getting them over the hump, getting them to the big house. 2025.
I got to go with Kemper County as well. My boy, I know about your boy LeBron James, but then also my guy Mike Stringer is the head coach, former coach at Coahoma Community College, doing a great job in his. I think it might be his first year, if not his first year, might be his second year there. So I'm gonna go with my man. All right, here we go. Now we got Shoes Johnson coming into the building. And he's gonna be able to, I know he's gonna be able to help us out.
I'm gonna let Shoes take over there. There's an expertise, him and Snack. Y'all got me looking like, huh?
No, we gotta get you. Gonna keep you in on these because these.
Yeah, Cole, you gotta vote there. You gotta vote there, Cole.
On 3A. You gotta keep the voting going.
I ain't gonna lie. In the middle school, I just, man, you know, Now the girls I would have been familiar. You know what I'm saying? But hey, y'all got me looking like, hey, yeah, let me go with them.
What we got here? We got his shoes in yet?
I don't see them.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Is it? We don't have shoes yet. Should be coming in shortly. Let me look here. Let me see if I can get him in. We got to see if shoes gonna come back in. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I agree.
Is it still good sound?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Trying to make sure everything is a go. Hold on 1 second. Do we have shoes in there yet? Still waiting on trying to get shoes in. All right. Well, anyway, we'll get back to shoes. I'm sorry for these difficulties. Boonville to Ruleville. Core, what we got?
Oh, I'm going Boonville.
Snacks.
I'm rolling with Boone, but I think my boy Keegan should be able to get it done.
I'm gonna go with Boonville as well. Port Gibson, more versus Morton.
I'm not familiar with either team. I'm gonna go with Port Gibson on that one.
Okay. You ain't familiar with either team. You're gonna go with Port Gibson.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Port Gibson.
I'm going with Port Gibson. My boy, former Vicksburg player transferred over to us. Cam Brown is over at Port Gibson. So I believe Port Gibson is got a good chance of getting it done. Byhalia Nettleton. Core.
Go with Byhalia. I gotta go with Byhalia.
Okay, Byhalia. Snacks.
I'm gonna go by Haley. My boy Ladarius Watkins, aka Hot Dog, told me that by Haley is gonna get it done this year.
He's gonna get it done. Okay, cool. Still trying to get my man's shoes in. So you got Byhalia, McGee, South Lauderdale.
I'm going to South Lauderdale.
South Lauderdale, okay. While we right now, who you got, Cora? I mean, Snacks?
I'm going with Lauderdale.
Southeast Lauderdale. Who you said Southeast Lauderdale, right, Cora?
Right, Coach Jordan Payne gonna get it done over there. The assistant coach over there.
Okay, we're gonna go with Southeast Lauderdale then. Cool. Moving right along. Hey, want to welcome in real quick Ben Gardner, the coach at Madison Central. Coach Gardner, how you doing tonight?
Doing well. How are you?
Great. We're going to bring you in just shortly, but we just kind of going over a few. Bear with us as we go through a few of these, kind of going through, and we getting ready. You getting ready to see us. We getting ready to pick against you two in a few.
Right.
We finna pick either way. We doing a little picking right now.
I got you. Sounds good.
So just bear with us as we go into the 4A realm right now.
All right.
4A, Corinth, Yazoo City.
I'm gonna go with Yazoo City.
Ain't no question. I'm gonna go and jump out there now. I'm going with the zoo. I'm not going against my boy. I call him the young legend. Yeah, I'm going.
Now y'all in my speed a little bit. Now we all in my speed. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm trying to let my man shoes in. I don't know what's going on with him. We're gonna try it again. And we got, let's see here. Got Isaiah Spencer getting ready. Snack, who do you have?
Man, I've been riding with them all year long, man. It ain't no secret. Give me them Glizzy guys down there in Yazoo City, man, and Coach Carlisle.
We're going with Carlisle. Okay. Going with Carlisle.
And my favorites as well to win for you.
So next we have let's look here. Next we have Lanier versus South Pike.
You go with Lanier.
I gotta go. I cannot go against my guy Bo. There's no way in the world I can go against Bo. I mean, it's just no way. What you got, Snack?
Man, give me them the JPS guys, man. 833.
833 in the building. Can't do that one. Pontotoc versus Clarksdale. What you got, Core?
Say that matchup again.
Pontotoc, Clarksdale.
I gotta go with Pontotoc.
Got Pontotoc.
Shooters.
Okay. What you got, Snack?
I'm gonna go with Clarkdale.
C. Dale. I'm gonna have to go. I love Raleigh Tippler. I love what they got going there, but I got to go with my people. I'm from Clarksdale. I got to go with Clarksdale just because it's hometown. Raymond versus Bay High. I don't even know why we hesitate.
Oh yeah, you Raymond. I'm Raymond.
Cool. Snack.
I'm going Raymond. I ain't picking no guess.
I'm going with the Raymond Rams on that one.
Definitely going Raymond. Yes, sir. Got to go Raymond. Tony Tadlock, all he do is know how to get to. That's all he do is get to the big house. That's it. He might as well call himself Big House. Anyway, I'd like to welcome in right now another young man who is arguably, you can argue, Snacks and Core, might be the best football, basketball player in the state from Madison Central. Please welcome Isaiah Spencer. What up, Isaiah?
What's up?
Isaiah, we're going to bring you guys on here shortly. We're just going through our little matchups. And then what we want to do is once we'll get a chance to, talk to you guys here shortly. So just bear with us, okay?
Yes, sir.
Trying to get shoes. I don't know why we having an issue getting shoes on, but we are. We finally got him on. My man, Shoes. Shoes, you with us? Yep, there he is.
Yeah. Took me a minute, but I got in.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. We'll bring you up to speed. We're at 5A now. We doing, you know what we do? It's playoff time. It's time to go through everything. We going through the list right now. So it's 5A. New Hope versus Ken. What you got, Shoes?
I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna New Hope for that one.
You gonna go
been really all year, but New Hope has been coming on strong, been playing well. They got some good pieces. They might have a few more weapons. So I think I'm gonna go with New Hope.
All right, Snacks, what you got?
Man, I'm going with them Cowboys, man. So I'm gonna roll my guy, man. I'm rolling with the Canton Tigers.
Okay. Now I got Ken Core. Who you got?
New Hope.
Okay. Waiting on trying to get Talante on here. He's I don't know if it's my, I'm having some issues today, but there's Talante. Bingo. And we'll get Talante caught up here. Who we got? What you got?
Yeah,
Talante, welcome. We got you in there, buddy.
can you hear me?
All right, we can hear you good. We putting you right on the spot. New Hope versus Canton.
You already know who I'm going with. Gotta
Who?
go with the boys from the north, man. Gotta go with New Hope.
Okay, cool. All right. Hattiesburg versus Florence. Shoes.
Hattiesburg. They've been playing real
Hattiesburg.
well. Players of the South.
Okay. You going against your boy, huh?
Well, he always mad at me anyway, so what the heck? He just stay mad at me.
What you got, Snacks?
I'm going Hattiesburg.
Hattiesburg. Corey, what you got?
Hattiesburg.
Talante.
I'm gonna go with Florence. Carter gonna go for about 30, 35.
Okay. All right. You're going to go with Florence, going against the grain. Cool. I'm going to go with Florence, too. I'm going to have Carter having a big game and putting himself on a whole nother level.
And you didn't pick the Canton game, BB.
Oh, I got Ken. My bad. Ken. Yeah, I got Ken. Who you got on Cleveland Central versus Provine?
I got Provine in a dog fight.
Snacks.
My bad. One school, one team, one dream. Ram Pride, man. Come on, man. 2,400.
I already knew what you was talking about. I knew what that was about. I just was waiting for that one. What you got, Talante, Provine, Cleveland Central?
Provine.
I'm going with Provine too. I can't go against Provine either. Court, you still with us? Or I think Court said he had to step off for a second. West Jones, Picayune.
I don't know a lot about West Jones. They got a guard playing in the All-Star game this summer that they told me is pretty good. Man, I'm going with Picayune and my and the little point guard they got up there, man. He's really good, and they've been around, been battle tested. So I'm gonna go with Picayune. Heck, the game is right in their backyard too, at Pearl River, right in their backyard.
Yep,
I'm going to go with Picayune.
Picayune. Talante.
I know my boy B ain't gonna be mad at me. I'm gonna have to go with Picayune because they got the experience from last year.
Well, I'll go ahead and be the guy to go and pick West Jones in the upset. I ain't tripping on that. We'll go with West Jones. Cool. Now, for the big kahunas, the 6A. And we're gonna, as we get ready to jump in with this, we're gonna make sure we do Madison Central one last, and then before we pick Madison Central, we're gonna hear from Madison Central, and then I'm gonna then maybe that'll help us make our predictions after we hear from Isaiah and Coach Gardner. But let's go Starkville Horn Lake. That is gonna be a game. What y'all got with that one?
You got who you want first, EV?
Huh?
Who you want first?
Talante, we'll let you go first on that one.
You already know it's not a question. Starkville.
I know you was gonna say Starkville. Snacks, what you got?
Man, give me Starkville, man. I think Makai Miles gonna have a special night.
Shoes.
Of course, I was at the first game. Seen Starkville a lot lately. They've been playing at such a high level, man. They're playing great defense. It's hard to go against them. I got to pick them, but I expect my boy Chico to come up with a good game plan. I expect it to be a tough game, but I'm going to go with Starkville.
I am going to be, I mean, I love what Woody's doing over at Starkville, but I'm going to go ahead and be that guy. I'll do it for y'all. I know y'all wanted to. I got it. I got you covered. I got Horn Lake, baby. I'm going with Chico and the Twins. That's what we got. Chico and the Twins. We got them going. We got them. As we welcome them, Eddie Young and Gabe Barber. Northwest Rankin Biloxi. Talante.
I'm gonna go with Biloxi.
Okay. Shoes.
It's hard to pick against Biloxi. I'm about to go with Biloxi.
Snack.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to ride the Biloxi way too, Doug.
I'm all. It's all good. I got you, Northwest Rankin. I got you. I got Northwest Rankin and my boy Lindsay. Was it Levon Lindsay? I don't know how to pronounce. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I got you.
Le'Veon.
There it is. I lay you. I'm Le'Veon Lindsay. Yeah, that's what he's gonna be doing that night. I lay you. Brandon versus Terry.
Terry, man, I'm gonna go with Terry. They've been hot lately. I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with Terry.
Shoes.
I got Brandon.
Okay, Brandon. And Snack.
I'm gonna go with Terry.
Terry. Oh, let's see. Who am I gonna go with? Tyrell Shorts, Trey Smith, or am I going with Brandon? Marcel, is it Bridges?
The Bridges.
I'm gonna go with Brandon.
Okay.
And now, before we go Olive Branch MC, we're gonna just put a pause here and bring in we already have Isaiah and we have Coach Ben Gardner coming on again. Want to welcome you guys on Madison Central Jaguars. Let's just face it, we want to be totally honest. And one thing about us on the show, we like to keep it real. You guys did a phenomenal job, obviously, and you shocked the world. You shocked the state. I mean, let's just face it. Everybody thought, I'm talking about even on this show, we thought Tupelo, Madison Central, pretty much everybody, if we had a show, we would have picked Tupelo, I'm pretty sure. But at the end of the day, that's why you play the game. Coach Gardner, talk to us, again, congratulations. Talk to us a little bit about, Tupelo coming into your place, with, as you guys, the underdog at home, what was one of the things that you talked about with your guys to get them ready for this big matchup?
Well, a lot was just that. This time of year, you try to find anything that can be motivating. And so we embraced that chip on the shoulder a little bit of looking and saying, hey, man, nobody's really expecting us to be there, do that. And everybody kind of, I heard we both, Isaiah will tell you, a whole bunch of Tupelo talk and deservedly so. Those guys can play. They're unbelievably talented, and Coach Green does a fantastic job. We've talked to this group, and especially the young guys that we have in the program, about rewriting the culture and kind of rewriting what we're trying to do here. And this is a program that 2 years ago we won 6 games, and so we went 19 last year, and the message has been go one more, go a step further. And so Isaiah will tell you on the bus ride home from Olive Branch last year, he looked at us and said, we got to win that district. And so we kind of kicked that door down to start with. And then being at home obviously was a big time advantage. And so, they stuck to the game plan, really proud of those guys, and executed all night. And so used a big first quarter and then held on late. So it was a good night for our program, good night for our guys.
That's awesome, Coach. It was, and obviously, we all are, several of us, myself, Shoes, Snacks, Talante's, happens to be up north. We're here in this metro area. So, having seen you guys play, knowing some of the guys, having seen, Isaiah play really since he was a freshman. And I remember having a conversation with him outside of Murrah High School. I think I may have been coaching Murrah at the time. And for him, and I'll just segue into Isaiah, how does that feel? Basically everybody knows you as an all-state, all-world wide receiver. And I remember you, again, when we go back to you being a freshman, how does it feel right now to be in a position you're one step away, you're one win away from, basically leading your team back home to the big house? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it feels really good. From our 9th grade to 11th grade, we got put out the second round every time. And I just felt like since I didn't do it in football, I wanted to come and do it in basketball.
Now, Isaiah, remind me now, did Madison Central, did y'all go to the state championship in football? Was it? Y'all won the state championship, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this, and this is where Shoes jumps in and Talante. How many guys, Shoes or Talante or Eddie Young is on, how many guys have won a football state championship and come back and won a basketball championship? And then if you know that, please, jump in on that as well. Has there been a guy that's done that?
You talking about
I'm talking about in Mississippi. Has there been a guy?
I can't think of who it might have been over the last few years.
Did Tommy Kelly win the Provine win a state championship with Tommy Kelly and basketball, Shoes?
I don't think Tommy got one. No, Provine, because I don't think Provine's won one.
I know who got one. I think. What about the kid from Callaway? Wasn't it a player that went to Ole Miss basketball?
Rod Taylor.
Rod Taylor.
Did Rod Taylor?
I think Tommy Keller was on that team with Justin Reed and David Sanders and them that won that championship in Provine.
Tommy did get one.
I mean, Trey Petty got a football championship and basketball championship.
Tommy Keller was on that team with Justin Reed and them.
Yeah, but the Provine got a football championship. I think they didn't get a football.
He was a part of the Provine Posse.
Michael Brown that played at Lanier.
Michael Brown, Lanier didn't win a football championship.
Guys, we talking about one championships. Provine and Lanier haven't won football championships.
Yeah, it's
1993.
I'm about to clear that up.
Yeah. I was saying Provine hadn't won a football championship.
Yeah.
We're talking about, and I think Talante has the right one. Trey Petty, the quarterback for Starkville. Now, I don't know if anybody's won one in the same year. What about that?
Well, Isaiah's was last year, the football championship.
So it still wouldn't be okay. But even if not, what about in their high school career? So Trey Petty right now is the only one.
When I don't know, did Trey get a basketball?
Yeah, he was on the
last year.
Hey, did DeAndre Smith from Greenville Christian win the football and basketball championship?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he won like 3.
DeAndre did.
Yeah, DeAndre did.
He won his state championship and state in football.
Okay, we got one. I don't think we have anyone on the 6A level. So anyway, Isaiah, let me ask you this.
Let me go on record saying this. As many guys play both ways in this state, I'm sure there are guys that have done that in the past. We just don't know who they are. I would be willing to bet there are a number of guys that have probably won, maybe not been the star, but like Isaiah has become for this team, but I'm sure there are a number of guys that have probably won it. There's a lot of teams that have guys go both ways, especially at the small school level.
I agree with you, Shoes. Now, I guess a better question would have been
the Peters kid from Bassfield did it. To play football in Mississippi State. The Peters kid at Bassfield did it.
Okay. I guess a better question would be, has anybody, like been a star football player, star basketball player? How many of those? Because Isaiah you take Isaiah off the football team, probably don't, it's a good chance they don't win the football championship. Isaiah, real quick, talk to us a little bit about, you've been on a state championship team, and obviously football is, let's face it, is the king in Mississippi. We just had 12 football players in the Super Bowl. Obviously you're a Jackson State commit, but also you had, Power Fives offers. Talk to us a little bit about why Jackson State. I know initially it was, prime time, but, talk to us just a little bit. I know we're talking basketball, but, we love to hear your thought process on football at Jackson State, and then potentially, me and you mentioned just briefly, would you consider playing basketball there as well?
Yes, sir. It all came down to I wanted to play VCU when all was said and done. With some of the Power Fives I had, I just didn't feel like they was being straight up with me. So when I sat down with Coach TC, I felt like he made me a priority. So I wanted to be there and help him build that program back up.
Do you feel like are you open to going to play basketball at Jackson State if you get an opportunity?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you think you can play in the SWAC basketball?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I can.
Okay, good. I just wanted to see where your swagger was. I think you can. I've coached in the SWAC there, and I'll be honest with you, man, you have continuously got better and better and better. Coach Gardner, talk to us a little bit about the preparation. You're one game away. Obviously, I don't know, forgive me for not knowing the whole coaching history of Coach Ben Gardner, but at the end of the day, you're getting an opportunity to take a program, obviously, further than it's been in a while. I know since I've been here. Talk to me about the preparation for this week.
Well, we spent the last couple of days, obviously, just breaking down film, and we've gotten to see Olive Branch up close. We saw them in the Rumble. We got to kind of watch them play, and so we know kind of what Coach Romball does. And any good coach has a great identity, and that's what he has. And they play a certain style that is very challenging because they just keep coming at you. You even saw it in the state title game last year with them. Even up 17, they just continue to roll. In what they're doing. So it presents some challenges. And again, they're the team that put us out last year. And so, we're excited about not having to go to Olive Branch and see them again. But we'll get the chance to get them on a neutral floor. And again, we've won, 8 straight, and feel really good about our group and about the confidence that we have and the things that we're working to execute. But again, it's going to be a whole lot about which team can, impose their will, especially pace-wise on the other group, and control that. And the team that's able to do that successfully is going to be the team that comes out on top.
Well, Coach, it's that time where, again, we appreciate you and Isaiah coming on, and you guys welcome to stay on. We're excited about it. But it comes down to this time right now where we got to pick the game. And so, Coach, we understand this. Don't be mad at anybody. The rule is you can't be mad at anybody if they pick against you.
Listen, man, when we started 1-5 and we're 7-11 at Christmas, we used to having dirt kicked on us. We cool with it. We cool with it.
Coach, what's your record now? Coach, what's your record now?
We were 7-11 at Christmas. We're 18-13 right now. And that's awesome, that's through districts and everything. So these guys, man, I'm telling you, talk about a tough group of kids. We got a tough group of kids. It starts with number one. They don't quit. They work. And so really proud of it.
Coach, tell me.
I want to say this while we got Coach and Isaiah on it. I want to say this about Isaiah, considering Isaiah, is that I was there. I was in Vicksburg when Isaiah's first game back.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely could see and notice at the time that he made a big difference. Just that was his first game back. He hadn't gotten in basketball condition, hadn't played a lot yet, but I could see the difference he was going to make in your team. Just the toughness and that he brought, and the swagger, and the drive he brought to the team that very first day. You all had a big win, a nice win over there in Vicksburg that day when he came back. And but you could just see I'd seen you all a couple of times before that already. But you could just see the difference he made on the team, his presence made on the team.
Yeah.
I'll say that you can see that day.
Yep. Well, Brandon,
real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ben. Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
Well, I was saying, like, and the other night I got to ask a question about culture and where we're trying to go in this program, and a quote just kind of came out, and but I said, he is what we want this program to be, and that's the biggest compliment that I can give Isaiah, is that we have certain standards and things that we set, and he is that, and so it's it's been an honor to coach one for sure.
Let me just say this, Coach, because as great as Isaiah is, obviously he's let's just face it, everybody, there's not one team to me that are winners that there's always stars. And so we know Isaiah Star is a star. Talk to us a little bit about some of your other players that we can look forward to. That's been a big push this year for you guys. I know you can't name everybody, and that's just how it is. But let's talk to us a little bit about some other players.
Well, and two of the names everybody kind of knows are our two sophomores who have been getting a whole lot of run with Dylan Rowe and JP Baldwin. Dylan the other night, I can't say enough about that kid. He had 23 points. Isaiah obviously headlined with 31, but then Dylan had 23. He handled the basketball the entire night. Tupelo picked up inline to inline and man-to-man with their senior guards, and he had one turnover. And the one turnover was Gavin Shannon pushing him into the backcourt, and they called a backcourt violation. That was Dylan's only turnover of the night. And so that kid has grown up leaps and bounds. JP Baldwin is a 10th grader who took the challenge of guarding Gavin Shannon the entire night, held him to 13 points, I think was his total. And so that kid, quietly had a huge night. And then I can't say enough about two guys. We got two juniors. Isaiah's, the senior on the group. And then you've got everybody else's underclassmen. And then EJ White guarded London Fields all night the other night, matched up with him, held him to 15. And so, he did a fantastic job, and he's really takes pride in what he does defensively. And then you got your dog guy, Will Brunini, who, makes all the little plays. Tupelo had a big – Isaiah's smiling because I know he knows what I'm about to say. There was a play in, I think, the third quarter where Davion Anderson got a steal and was about to be one of his highlight dunks, and Brew chased the kid down and stripped him, and it could have literally changed the whole momentum of the basketball game. And Brew just does that type stuff. If you looked at him, he's usually the kid you would look and say, how in the world is that kid on a 6A basketball court? But he just makes all the little plays and finds us extra possessions and is a glue guy for us. So yeah, we're Isaiah's a big part, but we also have some nice pieces around him.
Absolutely. Shoes, Talante, you guys have anything you want to add before we let them go and about their team? Just anything, because before we make the prediction, Isaiah, real quick, before they say anything, so we're going to make the prediction here shortly. We'll give you this last little, what we call our 30-second geek. If you want to shout out anybody from your teammates to coaches or your parents or whomever, just this last little geek.
Hey, hold up real quick. I got one question for Isaiah.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up Jay Tyler the whole game. Are you gonna guard him?
We gonna see on Friday night.
Okay, that's all.
That's the right answer.
I might have to come watch that one.
I like that. Go ahead, Isaiah. Give us your last geek of the, what's your geek of the night? Just, something that you want to, whatever you want to say, you're welcome to say it.
Yeah, I definitely want to shout out Coach Gardner, because my freshman year to sophomore year, we had bad record. He came into last year, 11th grade year, first year, has ever been a high school 6A head coach who made it to the second round playoffs. And I look at us now, we're in the third round playoffs, playing in the game to go to the big house. I just want to shout out Coach Gardner for getting us over that hump and getting us back to where Madison Central needs to be. Because it's not just a baseball, football, soccer school, it's also a basketball school as well.
All right, awesome. All right, we appreciate you guys. Now, here it is. Snacks, Talante, and myself. Olive Branch, Madison Central. Who you got, Shoes? You the first one, buddy.
Oh, okay. You know, they've been playing well. They're a hot team. Olive Branch has had a little seen a little adversity lately. They barely got by, I think, South Phase another night. They ended up winning by 4 or 6, I think. It was a tight game. South Haven pushed it pretty good. You know, but they got to, I'm gonna just say this. Olive Branch been there. They've been there a lot. So I gotta ride with them. They got the experience. I gotta ride with them.
Olive Branch. Talante.
Oh, you know what Talante going for.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the matchup. You know what I'm saying? You got Jay Tyler, who I think is top 2 player in the state, like scoring wise. I think he's one of the best players in the state that can score. Like Isaiah. I think the big court, neutral site, I think that does favor, you know what I'm saying? Olive Branch with the way they like to play, the speed of the game, the pace. It's gonna be interesting. I think Madison Central gonna come in with a great game plan. But I give Olive Branch a slight edge. You know, the experience, they got guys that were 10th graders last year that been there. I just think the experience is going to play a big role in that game on Friday night.
All right, cool. Snacks, what you got, baby?
Man, I'm gonna ride with my guys there, Spencer. Man, I'm riding them all the way to the big dance, man. I want to see them get it done.
And you know what? I'm gonna go with the hometown too. I think that you do remember I did like pick the last 2 6A champions, and they rolled a team of destiny. I picked Clinton the last 2 years, and they did knock out. They did win too. So Madison Central right now, I'm gonna go with the hot team too, and Madison Central. I'm gonna get Isaiah. We're gonna get Isaiah to get it done to get us back to Jackson. So again, appreciate you guys. We want to shift over. We got 2 more guests on. We're gonna knock out Provine real quick and Sir Dante Washington. Then we're gonna get Brookhaven in right after that. But want to bring. Go ahead, Talante.
Hey, one thing I can say, Coach Gardner, if Coach Gardner can win Friday, I think that Starkville the next week. If he can win that and if he can knock off Starkville, Tupelo, and Olive Branch in the same time, he deserves Coach of the Year, the best coach in the state this year.
No question. No question.
No
I agree with that. And you can argue it would be one of the greatest runs. I mean, really, you guys are history guys. So to me, it would be one of the best runs in a long time.
It would.
So, anyway, let's bring in Sir Dante Washington. What's up, Sir Dante, head coach of Provine? If you do me a favor, Sir Dante, if you can, put your camera on if possible.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you put your camera on for me?
No, I'm driving. I ain't gonna be able to.
Okay, no problem. Okay, cool. No problem. I got hold on just a second. Then we got my man Javion Watkins. I float you in the building. We got Jacoby Thompson in the building. And where's Amaje? Is Amaje here? We got Amaje. Let me get y'all cameras on. Listen, is Ty Gola here?
I don't think Ty on.
No, Ty's there. There's Ty.
You there?
Okay. Shoes.
Yeah.
Name me the old Provine posse. Give me the name.
Well, the guys that were Ole Miss were David Sanders, Aaron Harper, and Justin Reed. Those were the guys that the moniker at Ole Miss kind of was fit around. But
So
there
who
were a number that came along with that group that played on that championship team. Tommy Kelly, that we talked about earlier, was on that championship team. Otis Gaines was on that championship team. Markeith, Markeith, this coach's girl's ball now. Trying to think of Markeith's last name. He was on that team. Kamari Ballard was on that team. You know, Chandrell Span was on that team. You know, that was a pretty deep team.
Okay. Well, I am rebranding that and naming the new Provine Posse. We got a new Provine Posse this year. And 4 of them are on right now. Is that too much pressure for you guys?
No, sir.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Y'all gonna take it. Y'all gonna take it and live up to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all do
For sure.
understand that that means it's just a state championship. It ain't nothing else we talking about. I just want y'all to understand that.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Okay. Coach Washington, let's talk about you guys are going to Itawamba. You're playing Cleveland Central. I happen to know Coach Barry Hill, really good coach, won a state championship at West Tallahatchie. Just known for having good teams at Cleveland Central. Talk to us. You're going on a long trip, obviously. Talk to us a little bit about the preparation for this week, and and as far as taking, a team. You're one. I think this is the furthest you've been, since you've been coaching. I think since you one game away. Correct me if I'm wrong. Talk to me about the preparation that you've gone through this week.
All right. We actually made it to the 3rd round last year also.
Okay. Gotcha.
Pretty much with the same team, with the exception of Samari and Grant. So 80% of the guys that's on the team now has that experience of getting to the 3rd round. And I would go as far as saying my preparation for this week started when I was putting the schedule together. When I saw that, the 3rd round was going to be played in Itawamba, I found a way to play in Tupelo. So we played in the Tupelo Classic, and that gave us that experience on, making that 3-hour ride and the mindset that it took to make that ride and be successful. And so, just putting that schedule together, tough schedule throughout the whole season, playing on those big courts, it has helped us prepare for this moment. But to zoom in on this week, we came off of two good wins, district tournament win, and then the other one against Saltillo. But my thing is keeping my guys humble and continuing to grind and work hard each and every day and not let the opportunity that's right in front of us slip away. So our preparation is pretty much being consistent with what we do on a day-to-day basis.
Awesome. Let me jump right in with the players. First, let me get with the senior Ty Gola. Ty, talk to me about being one of the, I know y'all have probably some few other seniors, but you being one of the, you've been playing for a while and you've been kind of underrated and under the radar. You're a 6'3", 6'4" shooter. I don't think you're under the radar anymore, but I do remember when you were about a sophomore, and I remember watching you and I was like, man, this kid's going to be pretty good, and you continue to develop. Talk to me about how you have been, one of the senior leaders for this young team where a lot of your better talent is young, and you've been a senior. How have you been able to help lead this team?
Being here 4 years has definitely prepared me to be in this position. Like the leaders before me, like I could say Samar, and he been a big brother to me to be able to be a leader now to the young guys. Like you said, we got a few young leaders like juniors, JJ, my Kobe, as you say, the big four. But like the preparation, like Coach said, just being a leader, that's the consistent point that we're trying to get to. Not just one person, just always been a leader.
Gotcha. Let's go with Amaj next. Amaj, I like, obviously you have an uncle who I really admire a lot, young fellow, played at, Corterius Shaw at Lanier, won a championship. Talk to me a little bit about, and I know you've patterned, I've watched you play since the Northwest days, and I think you kind of tried to pattern your game a little bit after your uncle. and I've also seen your game kind of evolve into your own. J. Horton, you actually went from barely touching the backboard to doing a windmill dunk, the other day. Talk to me about your uncle's influence and, when he won the championship, what's the things that you may have taken from him that you could use to help this team win a championship?
He 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 inspired me to be more consistent, be yourself. Don't try to fulfill my dreams, fulfill your own dreams. So he inspired. That's my role model. We talk. It's not a day we don't go by without talking. So he inspired me every day just to be yourself, be the best version of you.
That's awesome. Jacoby, I want to jump over to you next. Jacoby, you're the guy just kind of like a fireball, man. A lot of energy guy. You're going to lock up on D. You're going to hit shots. You're going to be real emotional. Talk to me how this season has gone for you and, how excited you are to be in the position that you're in now.
I say it's really not I ain't excited because last year it's the role that I'm playing this year is really kick back on last year how I was the spark of the team. I got the best player and I hit my shot. So and then I made it here last year. So when we lost it here last year, it really just this year really humbled me to I've been here before and I ain't going home the second time to the same thing I did last year. And what I was saying, our preparation, to my preparation towards the game is the same as all the other games that we played. The preparation ain't gonna change. It's still it's just it's a big game, but my preparation still gonna be the same for all my other games.
Awesome. Now let's go over to the juggernaut, the point guard, the coach on the floor. I float you, I dine you. I'm Javian Watkins. Javian, talk to us a little bit about this team and what you've seen from the beginning of the year to right now. Talk to me a little bit about what you've seen and what your expectation is.
Man, these 3 years they've been tough. They've been real tough. My ninth grade year, I had to learn how to just be a leader on the court. I had to learn how to play organized basketball. Because when I was playing AAU, it wasn't like that at first. But when I had got to high school, it got way different. It was way different. The competition was way better. People were way stronger, way faster, way taller. So I just had to be the dog. I had to come in every day, work hard. I had to be the general, like you said, the coach on the floor. I had to encourage everybody. I had to be the leader. And then I just shout out to Coach Washington for just teaching me every year how to be a better leader every day. And like you said, our preparation going to the game, just be humble. Stay humble. Cause like my boy Samara Grant say, he say, be humble or you'll crumble. So it's just being humble.
Oh, that's awesome. Be humble or you're gonna crumble. I like that, geek. That's a nice. I'm gonna have to use that one. Be humble or you gonna crumble. Samari Grant then got some shoes or Talante. Jump in and ask a question or snacks. Snacks, snacks group is a former Provine Ram. So y'all jump in and ask the question.
Well, I'm gonna ask them. Kind of early, I was being tough on you guys. So how much did that push you guys? Did it get lighter, kind of light a little fire under you? I know a few parents have said something to me and everything. I was being a little tough on you guys early. So I wonder what you guys thought about that.
I go first. It lit up a lot of fire because it's why shoes hating on it like that? We took it as that, but I know you weren't trying to seem like that, but that's how we took it. So we just took that and just ran with it. So now everybody we see, they gotta come with it.
Yeah. Tell everybody my middle name is Motivator.
So Dante, what's your thoughts? Shoes being on you, a little taste, from a coaching perspective, and let me just say this before you answer. And I like what you said, Javion. You took it as motivation because at the end of the day, it's really not hating. It's just us giving our opinion. And we really don't have a dog in the fight. If you guys win, obviously we live here in this area, so we love to see you guys win. But if you don't, to be honest with you, you know, it's going to be all right too. And we want to definitely see the obviously people that we see all the time. We see you guys. We love to see your success, but I can't speak for Shoes. Shoes be saying some crazy stuff sometimes, but I know his heart is golden. But Sadante, talk to me from a coaching perspective. When you hear the media kind of may say things that you may not like or the kids may not like, how do you use that as motivation? Or do
well, yeah, I use it as motivation as well, but from another perspective, like it help me keep them humble, because you don't want them to get too big headed and feeling like they can't be touched. And having somebody from the outside with a different opinion than what we think we are, it kind of forces us to remain humble. And that's what it did. It made us hungry and we remained humble. And I would go on a limb and say it kind of helped motivate us to be the team that we are today.
Okay, that's awesome. If you can mute your phone, I know some. Let me see if I can mute you.
Somebody trying to get some McDonald's in even.
Yeah, they tried. Coach Tanya is over there. We're gonna bring her on in Brookhaven shortly. But Miss Tanya, if you can mute your phone. Talante, you or Snacks, go ahead. You got something?
This question can be for any of the guys. What have you guys been doing mentally to prepare yourself for the task at hand, and what have you been doing differently to kind of prepare you for moments like these, knowing that you got this far last year, but in terms of this year wanting to get over the hump, what has played a part into your preparation?
I go first. My mental, I just been staying focused, prepared, like watching film, staying locked in mentally, because physically we gonna come physically, but it's all about mentally too. The game isn't just about physically, it's about mentally too. So we just trying to stay locked in mentally.
Anybody else want to tackle that?
I say
Kobe,
something.
Javion.
I say something. And then the main thing, you can never look over your opponent. And I think that's what messed us up last year. Cause we was looking over everybody. Like we were just the stuff. And like we know how it feels to get the big head and get popped at the right time. And that hurt. So like going into this, if we staying humble, we gonna play everybody like it's a state championship game. So when we get there, we'll be ready.
All right. So Lonte, you got anything?
Yeah, this for any of them. Are y'all starting to feel that pressure now that y'all getting to the, the end of the line? I know it's different, people not looking for you, but now people actually hunting y'all. Like I told y'all at the beginning of the season, I think the 5A championship y'all to lose. So are y'all starting to feel any pressure yet? Getting to the finish line. 2 weeks left.
I mean, it ain't no pressure because it's just like it's basketball. It's like we going out there and do the same stuff we do every other game. It's just basketball. So I don't feel no pressure. I just feel like we got 3 more. And then it's like when we was at practice, Coach Washington, he showed us this timeline where we locked in for 2 weeks. So it's like we got 2 weeks left. Let's lock in and do what we normally do. And we won 5 in a row. So let's go win 5 more in a row and get what I go with.
And I'll piggyback on that too. I think the thing is, like, I don't think the pressure now is different from the pressure that as a coaching staff we apply every day. Because I approached every game this season as if it was a state championship. So the preparation going into those games were the same. So, we might say some different wording or find a different strategy to motivate them, but the pressure is still the same from day one to now and beyond.
Let me ask you this to Sadante and the guys. I want to ask this week, and then as we get ready to move on over to the girls. how much pressure do you feel? You know, Provine has a rich history, and you know, just the fact that I just geeked you guys with the new Provine Posse geek. How much pressure have you felt as a coach? You know, you talking about legends, Wayne Brent, Luther Riley has come down there. You have an opportunity, you know, let's just face it, to cement your legacy as a young coach. How much pressure have you felt this year? And then the guys, you know, you can how much pressure have you guys felt?
Well, as a coach, just walking into our gym, seeing those banners on the wall, seeing those trophies in the case, that's pressure within itself. But it's also a motivational tool too, and it reminds us on a day-to-day basis that hey man, it can happen here, it can happen at Provine, and why not us? So as a coach coming in, you know, not having, you know, a legacy for myself already. It's motivation. It reminds me day in, day out that hey bro, you gotta go harder. Hey bro, this is the standard. So it's making me become the best coach that I can be. So I really appreciate the legacy that they left and the things that they done for the program. And I take it on every day to make sure that I'm meeting that standard.
Yeah, and to pick out what Kawhi said, like every day in the huddles after practice, he tell us to take a look at the banners, at the pictures, just to keep a chip on our shoulder, because we trying to lead something like that too. And just like he said, you gotta be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like, cause being comfortable every practice is no room for improvement. So like we gotta learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So that's what we strive on now.
Boy, y'all got some sayings over there. Being comfortable, uncomfortable. What was Sonate? I mean, what was Samarian's thing? Humble, grumble, humble, what?
Be humble or you'll crumble.
Be humble or you'll crumble. Let me write these down. So be humble, you know, preacher will use those. We'll get those.
He like a good line.
Yeah, be humble or you gonna crumble. And what was the other? Be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah, be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Well, it's great that you guys remember. I want you guys real quick as we get ready. Go ahead, start with you, Jamie, and then Jacoby, Imaji, and then Ty, and give us just your last, 30-second geek about anything that you want to talk about.
I thank y'all for adding us to the Zoom call, and shout out to Coach Washington, because he really the best coach anybody can ask for. It's like the adversity we've been through with him, it's just like it prepared us for this moment. So like we ready. It's like we ready.
Jacoby?
I want to say thank y'all for inviting us on this podcast. And I want to give a shout out to our fans for coming out and supporting us through our journey. And I want to give a shout out to the guys in co-watching for like keep fighting each and every day, giving up on these 6 a.m. practice, 7 o'clock in the morning to work every day and get better.
Imaji.
I just want to give a shout out to all the fans, coaches, writers, for you feel me, for giving us a push. Y'all gave us a push this season. Y'all gave us a major push this season in order to reach the goal that we're trying to achieve.
All right, and Ty.
I just want to say, first shout out to Coach Watch for putting all of us, every one of us through adversity. Just like as you was asking, pressure. Coach Washington put the most pressure on anybody if you know him. So I like to say shout out to Coach Washington. Shout out to those the rest of the guys on the team for just pushing through. Just stay down. We almost there, y'all, boy.
Coach Washington, as we get ready to close this segment out, talk to us. We got these, obviously the 4 here. Talk to us about some other guys that's going to be a key piece of the puzzle. I don't know number 22's name, but he's really like an unsung hero for you guys. Just a 6'3" athletic kid that just rebounds. But just talk to us a little bit about some more of your other pieces on your team that we can look forward to seeing.
Yeah, like you said, number 22, that's Jamal Henderson. He's our guy. He's gonna do a lot of the dirty work, and he has a lot of experience, especially last year when we made that run. He played a strategic part in it, and in some instances he put us on his back. So we're hoping to have that guy back on Saturday and making sure that he's doing what he need to do. We also have Raquez Thompson, number 3, our shifty guard. He can fill it up. He's getting better on the defensive end as well. So you can hear a lot from him. And then Raekwon is back. So that's going to be very significant for us moving forward. Got a great dynamic defender that's going to pick up 94 feet. Just got a lot of heart, a lot of energy, and he brings a lot back to our team. And also we have other guys, Chris Simmons. He's one of our seniors that, he's super athletic. So you'll see a lot more from him in the next coming days. And also with Zach, our guy Zach, he's a transfer from Starkville. And he been real mellow, but the last few days he's had a hot hand, and we're trying to keep that hand hot carrying over into Saturday's game.
Well, again, we appreciate you guys. We pray you guys have a safe trip, and obviously, we want you back here playing. Getting back to Jackson safely, and we definitely want to see you guys in the big house. Again, appreciate Sir Dante Washington and the new Provine Posse. Kobe Thompson, Amari Horton, Ty Goler, and Jamian Watkins. I float you in the building here tonight. All right, we want to move right along here. We want to move right into the girls. We got our guy Eddie Young, he was feeding. He usually feeds. He lives in the jungle. He feeds at night, so he had to come a little later. Eddie, would like to welcome you on. How you doing today?
Hey, doing good, brother. Doing good.
And then Cordarius, are you back with us? Cord may still be off, but we want to welcome in Brookhaven here tonight. We have Coach Tanya Johns. She'll be assistant coach, filling in for Coach Preston Wilson, who wasn't able to jump on tonight. We also have Leah Wilker, the 6'3" senior center, and along with Angel Cookie Wilkinson. Welcome, ladies. If you would turn your cameras on, if you can, so we can at least see you guys with that. Leah, we got Leah, and then we have Angel. There's Cookie, and then we have Miss Johns, if you can. Great. Coach Johns, talk to us a little bit about, if you would, obviously Brookhaven we want to jump right in. You guys, is this correct? This is getting ready to be potentially your 4th year in a row that you guys are getting ready to potentially make it to the big house. Is that correct?
Yes, that's going to be correct. This group will have, providing everything goes as planned, this will be their 4th time. So.
Well, let me ask you this, coming from an assistant coach's perspective, how long have you been with this group?
I've stayed with them to the 4th. Will be my 4th season with this group.
Okay, good, great. Talk to us a little bit about what you've seen from an assistant coach's perspective, some things that, about this group and what we can expect to see.
A good group of girls. They're going to work hard. They're going to try to do what you ask them most of the time. They're going to play hard. And, they pretty much try to do what we ask them to do. So it's always very helpful.
So they sometimes for the most part, they try to do that. Sometimes, sometimes they don't though, huh?
That's girls, Coach. That's girls.
Yeah. Listen, I want to just shift right over to Angel Cookie Wilkinson. Angel Cookie Wilkinson. Cookie, talk to me a little bit about, this is getting ready to be your 4th year, senior year. You were in the state championship, I think, as a freshman, correct? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you guys lost that one by 2. So talk to me how the motivation you have as a senior, being a part of that team and getting back, to the big house, how important that is.
It's very important. I feel like ever since I was a freshman, I just been wanting it every year. Like with these group of seniors that we have since our 7th grade year, we've been together since our 7th grade year. So, and ever since then, we just been talking about winning a ring, winning a state championship. And I feel like Coach Wilson, he definitely deserves it. Like the hard work every day. We might come in like we don't want to practice, but we still got to get it done just because we know we want to win this state title.
Awesome. Leah, talk to me your thought process being a part of this and how important it is to you for you to, for this year.
Like Cookies, we've been seniors have been together since we were in 7th grade, and we always had the mentality that we were going to win the championship. We had people like Tamia Stallings come before us and Snutter Collins come before us. And when we were all in the 9th grade, they made the championship run, but they just couldn't pull it off. And ever since then, we have been building up. And now it's time for us to bring a championship home.
Now, Leah, make sure. Let me see your face, let me see, because it looks like you can't. Yeah, move it over a little bit more. There we go. There's that beautiful face there. We need to get you on camera there. So
I'm sorry, I'm on a church trip right now, so it's
okay.
kind of
Awesome.
hard.
Man, I'm into the church geek. Where you going? Talk to me.
Well, I'm visiting a church in Hazelhurst right now with my church family.
Are we going to a revival?
Yes, sir.
I'm a preacher. We get into that type of stuff. Glory. We jump right into preaching. Right. Hallelujah. I mean, we into that. We can get right on in. We, jump us into the revival. But anyway, Coach Johns, what's the preparation been like for this week? You guys going against Laurel? You played against Laurel this year. You're going to Pearl River, not too far from you. Have you guys played against Laurel this year?
Yes, sir. We played them 2 weeks back, and we've been taking some time reviewing the film from the last game, trying to correct mistakes, picking out tendencies and watching for tendencies, and just making sure we don't make the same mistakes that we made in the last game.
What was the result of your last game?
We won.
How much y'all win by?
I don't even remember the score.
Oh, it was that bad, huh?
30.
Y'all won by 30. You know what? Like, listen, Coach, I'm not going to. Hold on. Eddie, did you see how she tried to play us? Eddie, did you see how she tried to Lou Holtz us? Hey, we're watching the film. And then, we really want to, just see the mistakes. You ain't had that many mistakes, Coach. You won by 30. What you do?
We do. We had plenty.
Eddie, Snacks, can somebody help me? You see how they tried to play us?
And well, that's typical. Coaches got to keep it cliche, but you saw Angel throw the 30 piece up, man. So Angel want everybody to know what time it is. You know how they go. Hey, listen, I do want to ask a question though. Coach, you guys got Laura coming up next. I think y'all beat them by 12 or 15 points the first time y'all met them.
You ain't even paid attention, dog. She just said they won by 30. Where are you at, man?
I was just talking.
No. They ain't. It was like 12. It was like 12 or 14. It wasn't 30. It wasn't quite 30. But anyway, Coach. As y'all prepare for them again, like I say, a team that's been right there. Y'all had a taste of that for the past several years. Are you looking ahead? Is that
No, we try not to overlook anybody. Because we have to make sure we taking care of business each game. So we make it certain to try to make sure the kids and that we don't look over anything, because if it was that easy, then you wouldn't even have to play the game. So we make sure that we try to make sure we take care of business from game to game.
I like that. I like that answer. If it was that easy, we wouldn't have to play the game. I like that. Well, we got some quotes here today.
Coach, I'm gonna tell you who I like for y'all. Number 25. I don't know her name, but I love that
Aaliyah.
kid. What is she? Is she a junior, coach?
She is. She is a junior.
I love her. I'm gonna use your word, Evie. I don't like her. I love her. I mean, that kid does all the dirty work. She plays extremely big. She rebounds the heck out of the ball, and she's tough. So I think that's the missing piece. When I saw you guys this year earlier, that was the one thing that was impressive to me. Of course, everybody knows about Leah and Angel. She lit the big house up last year with about 30 points. I don't know what took Cookie so long to get going, though. She took forever to get going, but once she got going, she lit it up. But no, so everybody knows those kids, and y'all got some freshmen. But I was really surprised with her, and I think y'all had another kid, number 2, that was really good that I didn't even know about. So that's one thing about Brookhaven. You guys tend to always have some unsung heroes and some kids that each year that develop. So it seems like you guys are doing a great job developing talent down there.
Yes, sir. Coach Wilson is very knowledgeable about the game, and he does an excellent job developing players and getting them to buy into the system.
That's awesome. Leo, let me ask you this. Obviously, have you had any? Let me ask you this. With you, a lot of times, sometimes when you're the tallest player, on the court, sometimes because of your size, you don't always get the favorable calls. Have you seen a lot of that this year, or is it kind of been like sometimes they punish you because you're just the biggest thing on the court? Has that been something you've dealt with this year?
Yes, sir. I have had a lot of problems with trying to keep my mouth closed after some calls the refs have made. And a lot of y'all know that my mom is a ref. So,
I was just getting ready to say, you're reaping what you sow. She made all them calls wherever she is. I know she's going to be listening. Stop making them calls. Anyway, go ahead.
But Coach Johns and Coach Wilson.
Go ahead, Leah.
Coach Johns and Coach Wilson have told me, sometimes you just got to accept the call and work on your, mistakes that I've made and stop trying to, just fuss at a ref or things like that. And that's what my mom tell me too, because all refs are not perfect. And sometimes the things that I do, the mistakes that I make are the reason why I get those calls.
Okay. And I was going to ask you that. I'm glad you mentioned it. Your mom is an elite, obviously an elite official. She coaches, she's refs, Division I official. And we've all seen and we all know who your mom is. And I was wondering, tell me a little bit about the impact. I know she was a player at one time. Talk to me about the impact that she's had on your life, not only as a mom, but as from official standpoint, even from, playing. How's that been?
It's been a very great experience for me. I get to travel to college games with her and see girls that's my size play basketball. And in high school, you really don't get to see that as much. But when I get to travel with her and go to the games, I get to see girls my height, my size, playing basketball. I mean, dominating on the court. And she tells me about the moves that I've made, if it's going to be a charge, if it's going to be a travel, and it really helped my game a lot.
Well, I can tell you this, Lil, I just, it seemed like I remember talking to you a couple of years ago, and I just remember a little bit more shyer young lady. It just seemed like a more shy lady. Maybe you just didn't know me because I didn't know you had all this wisdom coming out you, like, where did the wisdom come from, Leah?
Well, Coach Wilson and Coach Johns do be on my behind a lot, and they have taught me a lot of things, And as I got older, I matured a lot more, and that's where, that's where my, that's where my wisdom has came from them too.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Hey, let me say something real quick too. because I've been knowing Leah for a while. She used to play on my AAU team, and I got a quick Leah Wilker story I want to tell you. Hey, Shoes, you remember back in the 80s, you remember we used to have what they call playoff fouls, right? You know, where it was a no layup rule in the 80s. See, a lot of kids don't know how to foul now. You see a lot of N1s, kids will make a foul and they'll just kind of, they don't really know how to foul. And so this is a talent that Leah has that she didn't know. So we was playing an AAU tournament, and we were playing a team that was kind of getting up in us and being a little rough, you know. And so you know how some of the officials, I tell these girls to adjust to the officials, but I knew one thing Leah could do. Leah had me 6 hard fouls. I knew I had that with Leah. So we playing in a tough game, man, and it's a tight game in the end. So I'm sitting there with Coach Hobart, and the girls are getting a little physical and stuff. So Leah, now Angel knows this about Leah. Leah got an edge to her too. Now she's quiet, but if that girl gets mad, man, you gonna need the National Guard armor. You gonna need everybody to calm her down, because Leah, she's got that edge. She's quiet, but she can click and go off. So I knew she was a little upset because I wasn't playing her as much as she wanted to play. So I told Mike, I say, now I can't condone hurting none of these babies out here, but I say I need somebody to go touch these girls up. I put Leah in the game late in the game. I say, hey Leah, just make sure we don't give up any layups. And Leah touched them up pretty good. So that was my way, Shoes, of letting them know, hey, look, you got to enforce in there when you come in the paint. Leah gonna make sure you look. She gonna earn her fouls. You know, back then she was just learning the game and she wasn't as experienced, and she's grown to blossom into a great player then. But the one thing she's always been able to do is give a good hard foul.
Hey, that's an art. That's a trait that you can't have enough of. That's an art in that trait.
That's exactly right.
It
That's
is.
a skill.
Hey, I was talking
Hey,
to
Cookie.
Hey, you shut up, man. I got one more Leah. So I want to ask Leah Wilker. I was at the game on Saturday night, and I know you've done, as far as your recruiting go, we know Angels got a lot of stuff, but where's your recruiting at? I know Jones JUCO assistant coach was telling me that they really, really liked you. Who's all offered you so far, college coaches wise?
So far, I have Jones, Pearl River, Mississippi Gulf Coast, Hines, Colin, Southwest, East Mississippi, and Kahoma.
Okay, cool. And see, this is the part of the show, Leah and Angel, I just take over EV's show. I just make them shut up and I just take over the show. So, but go ahead, EV. That's great, Leah. I didn't know that Jones had offered you, because they were telling me that they really, really like you and they think that you got a great upside. And listen, I appreciate what you've become. You've always been a sweet young lady, and it's just been great to see you blossom over the last few years.
And can I say this? No, Coach Young, I appreciate you. When I played AAU with you, you know, it was things I didn't understand, but not only you, but your whole coaching staff worked with me, and it made me a tougher player. And I feel like that's what made me the player that I am today. How y'all treated me and how y'all pushed me. And I really do appreciate y'all.
Hey, absolutely. That's what it's about.
Moving right. That's awesome. I can't believe somebody. I mean, you know, like that's awesome. You came out of the jungle long enough to help somebody. That's a wonderful thing. You know, you being of the elephant family, and you know it's incredible. But anyway, Cookie, let me ask you this: you have been, I mean, you've been a scorer your whole life. It seems like I remember when I first saw you a couple years ago, I said, man, this young lady gonna be pretty good. How have you, taken the role? They know that in order for you guys to be successful, you have to score the basketball at a high rate. How have you embraced that role, and how has your teammates accepted that from you?
Well, this year, I'll say it's basically not just me this year, actually. Basically everybody been putting up numbers, but since almost every school we play, I know they gonna deny me. I know they gonna look for 12, see 12, they gonna follow me up and down the court. So I just feel like my team been having my back a lot this year, scoring, rebounding, playing defense wise, and good stuff like this. So
Let me ask you this, Cookie. Who's somebody on your team that we may not know about? Who's a color we know about you and Leah, obviously. Who's some other who else?
Aaliyah Watkins, number 25.
Okay, and who else? Talk to me a little bit about her, and then talk to me about somebody else that you feel like is a key piece of the, your puzzle.
Aaliyah, she can do everything on the court you ask her to do. She's real nice, real sweet. She never complain about nothing. She just goes out and be a dog. Every time she touch the court, it's just never a moment with her. I say Raven Smith, she's a defensive player. She's gonna get on the ground. She's gonna do everything you tell her. She's gonna work hard. She's gonna get in people's face however you want her to be. She's just a dog. And Alexis Keller, she the same way. She'll bring the ball down the court. We just a scrappy team. So I mean, everybody got a role to play on the team now.
That's awesome. I just love when you guys, and kids and players, talk about maybe the unsung heroes. I really like to hear when you guys describe that. That lets me know how much you really care about your team, and that's important. So again, we appreciate you guys coming on. Coach Jones, are you still? I think maybe we may be connecting back with her. Johns, I said Jones, but Coach Johns.
Hey, Cookie, let me ask you this. Y'all 26-4, right?
Yes, sir.
Who have y'all lost to this year? I know y'all lost to West Jones, right?
We lost to Germantown Jones 3 times.
Y'all lost to Germantown, and say that again?
And West Jones 3 times.
Oh, West Jones beat y'all 3 times. Okay, so.
Interesting. So if you guys, let me ask you this. If you guys win Laurel, do you play West Jones at the Big House?
Callaway, I think they're gonna play. I could be wrong, but I think it's gonna be the Callaway Ridgeland winner.
Yeah,
they're in the same region, so the only way they play each other is in the championship.
Yeah, we'll play either Callaway or
I think they play each other in the championship.
Oh wow! So let me ask you this. I'm not gonna ask that question. So, Eddie, you got any questions?
No, man.
Or anybody have anything else before we let them go?
No, man. Praying for Coach Wilson too. I know he was excited about being on the show and had an emergency. So he's done a tremendous job, one of the top coaches in the state. And I know sometimes you say, man, people don't understand how hard it is to get to the Big House, potentially now 4 years in a row, albeit without a state championship, man. That doesn't mean that you hadn't had a great season in a great year, because, to me, I just think winning the state championship is harder than most people really think, because you just got to be good every single night. And if you have one bad game, then you're done. So they've done a great job with that program, tremendous kids, and seem to be developing that, the program that year in and year out that's going to be able to compete at a high level. So, man, we're glad to have you guys. I don't have anything else for them, Shoes or Evie.
Well, I'm definitely grateful, and yes, definitely a shout out to Preston Wilson, Coach Wilson. I met him a couple years ago, had the pleasure of recruiting his son when I was at Millsaps, and being around the great Darren Wilson, who's gonna take, and that's Snacks boy D Will, that we call him D Will, who is gonna be, he's one of the head coaches in waiting. Basically, he's one of the top coaches in the state as a young guy, and it's like a chip off the old block, like father, like son, because his dad has obviously done a great job. And so again, we appreciate you guys for popping on. Angel and Leah, if you got, what we want to do is give you one last opportunity. You can shout out your family, you can do whatever you want. You got a little 30-second, what I call a 30-second geek of whoever that you want to just give a shout out to this year. So Leah, we'll start with you and then end with you, Cookie.
Okay, first I would like to shout out to my coaches, especially Coach Johns and Coach Wilson, for putting up with me, because if you know me, I'm a character, And sometimes you want to give me the biggest hug you can or slap me upside the head because they're just the type of person I am. And I really appreciate them for putting up with me and encouraging me and helping me become the player that I am today. And I would like to thank my parents for encouraging me and motivating me and just helping me with basketball and everything. And that's all.
Awesome. Cookie?
I want to say thank you to Coach Wilson and Coach Jones as well for just never giving up on us. And I want to say big shout out, huge shout out to my mom. Everybody know her, the loudest thing in the gym. She's been there since I was little, since day one, never left my side. And most definitely give a shout out to our fans. No matter if we 10 hours away, 11 hours away, they going to make sure they there supporting our play.
That's awesome. Again, thanks Tanya Johns, Coach Johns, Leah Wilker, and Angel Cookie Wilkinson for jumping on here tonight. All right, as we get ready to wrap things up, Eddie, let's go through real quick. I don't know if Cord ever got back home. Gabe jumped off. Let's go through real quick the predictions. We'll start with 5A. Laurel, Brookhaven.
Brookhaven.
Snacks.
Brookhaven.
Yeah, we got to get y'all on, even though y'all may not know. Shoes.
Right, Brookhaven.
I'm going to go Brookhaven as well. All right, Lafayette, Holmes County. Eddie.
Lafayette.
Snacks. Shoes.
I'm gonna say Home County.
All right, we're going Holmes County. Shoes.
I'm riding whoever Eddie riding. Lafayette.
I'm gonna go with Lafayette. Mariah Reed Jones gonna be too much for him today. Even though I want to give a shout out right now to Angel Mitchell. Take this time to shout out Angel Mitchell. Had 27 points to lead Holmes County in an upset over Vicksburg. Angel Mitchell, one of the top. She's a top 10 player. She's really a top 7 player. I think I may have her ranked 6th in my rankings in the 2024 class. Can really do it all. To me, she's a no-brainer D1 prospect. Definitely can play in the SWAC. I'm not even sure why. Well, I'm not going to even get into that. But yes, Angel Mitchell, Holmes County. I hate to go against her, but in this one, I'm gonna have to take. I'm gonna take Lafayette in this one as well. West Jones, West Harrison.
West Jones.
West Jones. Choose you going with West Jones, whatever Eddie go with.
Even if I wasn't trailing ahead, I'd take West Jones in this one. Maybe no more team in state in that class, been handling their business.
Snack.
West Jones.
I'm gonna go with West Jones, even though my girl Sydney Barber, one of the top 5 freshmen in the state, plays for West Harrison. They've done a great turnaround over there, and I guess I'm just going with the flow this time. I really want to just go against the flow and pick Sydney Barber to come out and have 35 as a freshman and lead them to a victory. But
do you, man? Do you?
You ain't got to geek me. Cool. I'm gonna go with West Harrison with the upset then. Cool. Now, y'all ain't got to geek me. Now, the last game, 2 local teams. We got Erica Stringfellow-Smith, former Provine coach, is the coach at Ridgeland, going against the upstart, one of the top young coaches in the state, in Ashley Sutton and Callaway, the Lady Chargers. I know Callaway got beat by Ridgeland by a lot early in the year. Eddie, talk to me. What you got?
I think this actually is going to be the toughest game to pick of the 4. It could go either way. I think it's going to boil down to tempo. Ridgeland obviously has got the size advantage with Caitlin Brinkley and OY and and that crew, and then of course the guard play is led by Callaway, who has Johanna and Anissa Branson and Janae Ringo. So I really think it's gonna be who can dictate their tempo, and the team that dictates their tempo, I think wins the game. Man, you flip a coin, it could go either way. I'm not. I mean, this is probably the hardest game to pick. I'm gonna go with the senior. In this particular situation. I'm gonna take the seniors over the juniors and sophomores. Callaway's got a lot of sophomores that's contributing, and Ridgeland do have some seniors. So I'm gonna go with the seniors in this one. Desperate, out of desperation, because there ain't no tomorrow for them. I'm gonna go with Ridgeland, but I'm talking about barely, like last possession, barely Ridgeland High.
Gotcha. Snack.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm going with the JPS all the way, man. As we're sitting all the way, she gonna get all the way to the championship.
Okay, shoot.
That's a tough one. I've seen both of them. Actually, I've seen both of them play. But I just think Callaway's hot right now. I'm gonna ride Callaway.
I'm gonna ride Seaway too. I think they hot. I think Erica Stringer-Smith does a great job. But I don't like JoJo Wilson. I love her. And I love Janae Ringo, Branson. I love that three-headed guard monster. I love Caitlin Brinkley and what she brings to Jackson State signing. And I'm going to tell you a girl I really love as well. I love Destiny Owa. I think she's an unsung hero on that team. But I'm going to just go with Callaway, Ashley Sutton, Larry Wilson and company to pull out the slight. And it would probably be a little upset because they are the younger group. So I'm going to go with them as well. Let's move right along to 6A. Another just explosive matchups to me in the 6A. Tupelo Horn Lake.
I'm going Tupelo.
Snacks.
I'm going my guy Party, man. Give me a Horn Lake.
Going with Party. Two.
Tupelo.
Tupelo. And I'm going with Tupelo as well. I like my man Party. Love India Born. Love Francesca Kelly. But I think it's just too much Tupelo. Tupelo just deeper. Audrey Houston, Michaela Riley, just too much. Nadia Norfleet. They're deep. They really are. And so I'm gonna go with Tupelo in this one. Northwest Rankin and Biloxi.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna go. I hate to go against my community team, but if I'm betting, I'm taking Biloxi, but my heart is with Northwest Rankin.
Oh, who you picking?
If I'm betting, I'm going with Biloxi. If my heart is with Northwest Rankin.
Okay, cool. You going with Biloxi? I don't want to hear all that heart mess. Snack.
I'm gonna go with Biloxi.
Choose.
And when in doubt, go with the best player. Go with Biloxi. They got the Quaver.
I'm going with my girl from Northwest Rankin, Jaleesa Taylor, with the upset. They're going to get it done for the home team. NWR, Northwest Rankin, with the upset. Center Hill, Germantown.
Germantown.
Snack.
Give me Maddie B in the Germantown.
Choose.
Like I just said, go with the best player in Germantown.
Ain't no way. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm not betting against. You know how I feel about Madison Booker, one of the best players ever play in the state of Mississippi. So I'm not betting against her senior year. So whoever she plays, I'm going with Maddie B McDonald's
Let,
All-American.
let me say this though before we go to the next one. Germantown is obviously the consensus favorite to win that game, but if that game stay close, it could really flip to Center Hill. Now this ain't gonna be no cakewalk. I don't think. That's just
No,
my
it's
opinion.
not. I wish
Yeah.
my guy Corey Jones was back on because they do have a young lady at Center Hill.
I'm
Oh,
back
there
on.
he is. There he is. He's been quiet. I mean, Corey, you gonna talk about Madison Bush and Company?
I say this: they got a lot of players that play the game of basketball all year round, and they take some of them. They taking it serious. They putting the work in. They don't have that quote unquote superstar, but they got a lot of good players. A lot of players are gonna play at the next level. They got 3 college players right now on their team.
And who are
Possibly
they,
more in
Corey?
the
Taylor
future.
Ware is one of them. Madison Bush.
Taylor Ware, Dominique Collins going to Blue Mountain, and Madison Bush is going to probably go to a JUCO in Texas or Missouri, somewhere like that. So you talking about she got great JUCO offers. You talking about some good. Then you got they got a cast of 24 kids. The ranking kids came back in the second half of the season playing good ball. Man, they got the kid. Man, I don't want to butcher her name. She's number 25. She plays very well. Attacks the open court, get to the rack. Then you got Madison Hughes that had 11 blocks the other day. The 10th grader, 2025. I ain't saying she's gonna have 11 blocks against Germantown. It's gonna be difficult because she's a little smaller than Booker and Alana Rouser. But
Alana Rouser, the double machine.
yeah, but Madison Hughes is a great talent. Got a D1 offer already in 10th grade.
So what you gonna do, Corey? Who you picking? We ain't got. Don't lip box me to death. Who you got?
I'm going. Hey, I gotta go with Center Hill down the road. We got to roll with Center Hill.
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff you talking. You better go with Center Hill. You talking all that. So Corey got Center Hill. All right, Harrison Central Gulfport.
Harrison Central.
Harrison Central. Snacks. Shoes.
Come on, Snacks.
He going to get a snack.
Went to the refrigerator.
He cleaning his ESPY award, man. You know he does that every night at 10 o'clock.
Man, give me Harrison Central, man. I was steady clicking the screen trying to get it off mute, man. Give me Harrison Central.
I got Harrison Central too. Cord, who you got?
Man. I'm gonna go. I like Gulfport. I got the Twins. They really good to me. I'm gonna have to go with Harrison Central too because that underdog story. When they like 4th in their district, then wind up playing into the playoffs, and they this far now. Then they got the number 1 player in 2024.
Here's the thing: they were underdogs, and I wish Gabe was on. And first of all, let me say we don't like the Odell sisters. We love the Odell sisters. I mean, they are special. The Robert Morris signees, we love them. Obviously we've been around them, got a chance to, you got a chance to coach them. Eddie got a chance to coach them. But I'm gonna tell you the key. I watched Harrison Central play, and a young lady by the name of Jayla Carrier. They already got Anasia Carrier, her sister, the number 1 2024 kid in the class with offers from Ole Miss, Auburn, and Mississippi State. Who is just a phenom at 6'3", can handle the ball, can shoot it. If you haven't gotten the chance to watch her play, you need to go watch her play. She's worth the price of admission. There's a lot of things that she still has to work on, but she's really, really good. But her little sister, who's a 2027, is no doubt a top 2 2027 kid in the state. They have gone on a winning streak since, Coach Ladner has inserted her into the lineup after her 8th grade year. So she has been the key. She's probably, arguably, I would say, and Eddie can tell me if I'm different, she's been the most impactful 2027 kid in this high school season, maybe in the state.
I agree. Her and Mariah, the 8th grader from Heidelberg that won the district. She was an 8th grader that won the district MVP. I think Shoes got a chance to see the Heidelberg kid play as
Yeah.
well. But I'll say this: she's doing it on a 6A level with games on the line. And I'm just gonna go. You know, man, I love her and Kelly, and they're just phenomenal players, no doubt, man. But when I saw this kid, she's got that what you call the it factor. And it's just something that God gave you. This kid is special, man. I mean, what I saw on Saturday night in that game at that particular point, for her to make every play in that fourth quarter the way she did, she's special. Like, they don't win that game because that eighth grader closed that game out. You're talking about an eighth grader closing out a 6A playoff game. She closed it out.
On the road. On the road. That's right. So we got Harrison Central there. All right, let's look at real quick.
Hey, I didn't make a pick.
Oh, you got you.
I'm gonna pull your number. I'm going to go for so I go against everybody, EB.
Okay, cool. I'm with your geek. I'm with whatever geek you with you. You go on Gulfport, the Odell sisters. That's not a bad deal. You know, the Odell sisters can flat out play. You know, they've had a good season this year. Gulfport has, and I think they've beaten Harrison Central, so it's not like they're gonna come in scared. All right, moving right along. 4A, Tishmingo, Pontotoc. Who you got, Corey?
Think about it. The number one team in the state didn't even get out of the district.
That's right, Hancock. Of course, gone. Eddie, who you got? Is Eddie gone too? I guess so. We lost Eddie. I know his phone went down. So I know that's probably what happened. I'm gonna go with Tishmingo with that one.
I like Tishmingo too.
All right. Tishmingo Pontotoc. I don't really like to go against Kyle Hurd. I think Kyle Hurd is one of the better coaches, but I think Tishmingo is, they got by their nemesis, Choctaw Central. I think this might be their year.
Right with Coach Hurd and Pontotoc.
Okay, Pontotoc. Shoes with Pontotoc Hurd. Mendenhall Equipment.
That's the region. That's a region game. They played. I'm sure they played a number of times this year. I'm just not sure who won it. Go Equipment.
What about you?
We'll go Equipment too.
I'll just go Angels Advocate and go Mendenhall. South Pontotoc, Louisville.
Louisville, not Louisville, Louisville.
Louisville.
I'm going with Louisville.
I'm going with Louisville too. 5A Player of the Year, Jason Houston, Anaya Hunter, and my girl. Oh God, she's gonna be upset. Oh God, she's gonna be upset. I forgot her name. Lord have mercy. My defensive stopper, one of the best in the business. I wish Eddie was on here to help me, but they got the three-headed, that three-headed monster on defense. I can see her picture. She's the only girl that I know that can wear eyelashes and makeup and is just a dog on defense. Man, I'm just, forgive me. The name escapes me. And I got to come back to that because she's going to be real. If she hears this, I know she's going to be like, Evie, I can't believe you. She got the smile, number 10. I got everything except the name. Lord have mercy. But anyway, Raymond and Pass Christian.
Oh, it's going to be a tough.
I'm going to go with Raymond.
Pass Christian. Did you say Snack?
Snack's going with Raymond.
I'm going with Raymond.
We'll probably ride Raymond also.
Leah Sutton in the building. Really, really good. We got Deidre Kuvos and Kamaya. I wish Gabe was on. I hate to go against Raymond, but I'm gonna see Pass Christian in the upset against Raymond in the 4A. 3A, winding down. We got, I don't know, Boonville, Yazoo County, Boonville for me.
Boonville.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Boonville.
Yazoo County's had a good year. My girl Dumas over there, I think, is the coach. If I'm not, Christine Dumas, she's done a great job. But I'm gonna have to go with Boonville in this one. Too much player of the year. Sanaya Cook on that team. I gotta go Boonville. Franklin County Morton. Now we get into stuff. Eddie would have helped us out, but I don't know where
I
Eddie
go
is.
Morton.
We just gonna now we just guessing.
We might need to just let it go, Evie. We guess.
I like our shoes say. I'm gonna go and guess, and I'm gonna go with Franklin County. I have no clue. I'm gonna go with Franklin County. I do know this next one, Kasuth versus Noxubee County. I'm gonna go with my girl Tootie Lockett in Noxubee County.
We're going with Noxubee on that one.
I'm gonna go with Kasuth.
Okay, Kasuth. Okay, and then St. Andrews and Forest.
I got St. Andrews.
I'm gonna go with Forest. St. Andrews for shoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock out with shoes on that one. Give me St. Andrew.
All right. Okay, now we're moving right along as we get ready. We almost there, guys. We're almost there. 2A. Belmont Walnuts. My girl MK Buchanan at Walmart. Walnut.
They got the best player, but I think Belmont's had the strongest season.
Yeah, I got to go with Belmont. I love the Buchanans, but I am going to have to go with Belmont myself.
Yeah, I'm with Belmont.
Okay. West Lincoln and Lake. I'm going to go with my girl Holly and go with Lake.
That's what I'm going to do. I got to ride Lake, Holly.
Snacks.
Yeah, that's free, man.
I'm going Lake.
Okay. Baldwin and East Webster.
Right, Baldwin.
Okay.
They be pretty good, I think.
I go Baldwin too.
I'm gonna go with East Webster. Velma Jackson Heidelberg.
Whew. Well, I got to ride Heidelberg. I saw them and I was really impressed with them. They've been really strong as the season's going on, so I'm gonna ride Heidelberg.
Shoot, snack.
I'm going Heidelberg.
I'm gonna go with Velma Jackson and the upset to get to Jackson. My girl Kaylee Myers. That's it to get there. 1A. Let's get with the 1A. Biggersville, West Union.
Ride Biggersville.
Might as well ride Biggersville. I'm gonna ride.
I'm gonna go West Union.
Snack gonna go with West Union. You don't know what he's talking about, but he's gonna do it anyway. That's cool. Bay Springs, bigger and Mac Evans.
I'm gonna go Bay Springs.
I'm riding my Delta team.
I'm gonna go with Mac Evans too. I'm gonna stick with my Delta people too. Who you going with, Snack? You said
Bay Springs.
Okay. Ingomar Coffeeville. We know what I know what I'm going with. Ingerville. I'm not going against Macy Pfeiffer and Dalen Grissom. I know that.
Yeah. Who is this?
Ingomar Coffeeville.
Ingomar.
I'm going Ingomar.
And Taylorsville Simmons.
Taylorsville who's? Simmons?
Taylorsville versus Simmons. Hollandale Simmons.
I'm riding the Delta.
I'm gonna ride the Delta too.
I'm going Taylorsville.
All right. Well, I want to before we get ready to end, I know let's give a I know Snacks. I want you to talk about this, but before I don't think we can leave this show. We didn't get a chance to talk about the MAIS champions. Let's kind of run through those briefly. We know shout out to MRA and Josh Hubbard. Talk to us, both of you guys, about Josh Hubbard. You know, he's now the all-time leading scorer in the state history. 4,200 some points. He wins a state championship at the highest level of private. You know, they're getting ready to go into overall, and I think that just really cements his legacy. You're talking about a record that has stood for over 35 plus years, and the way it's looking is that, you know, talk to me about the record, you know, and Snacks, I'll let you talk, and I want Shoes to kind of go in depth a little bit.
I think that, like you say, man, he's been phenomenal this year. And you can also see where he's made some strides and jumps in his game, taking his development, you know, taking his game to another level, getting to his spots, being a little more shifty with the basketball. I think he's definitely had a great year. Like you say, 4,200 points, man. It's a lot of guys that won't even get past 3,000 points in their high school career. So to be able to be in great company with greats like Monte Ellis and, you know, Robert Wood and all those guys that have, you know, held those records for some time, it's always good to see that, you know, we have guys that are, you know, continuing those legacies and that'll make history. And I mean, they've had you know, we used to always put the private school label on a lot of kids, but they have had an impressive season resume with playing some strong teams. That's on the public school side as well. So they've done a great job over there, and Josh is continuing to progress each and every year. So hats off to Coach DeWeese as well for letting him be himself, and you know what I'm saying, let him rock out.
Shoes.
I mean, you know, what can you say? He's, you know, he's been strong, magnificent since I, you know, started watching him. I was there when he had that big game against Gulfport as I want to say 8th grader. you know, he's been around forever. So but he's been doing it at a high level the whole time he's been there, and he's been against some really strong, really good competition. You know, I mean, a lot of numbers piled up against private school teams, but hey, I mean, you know, Robert Willard played at the lower level also, so he was piled up against smaller teams. I mean, man, 40 over 4,000 points is 4,000 points. Okay, how you go get them? You know, it's like saying a team is undefeated. A team undefeated is undefeated. Okay, how you get it? So I mean, he's just been a magnificent he's been a magnificent ambassador for the private schools. You know, because he's gone out and he's played. Well, let me say a magnificent ambassador for the MAIS because he's gone out and played at the high level AAU. You know, he's played well the MRA, and he has played well against an array of high level, you know, MHSAA teams, and he's done it against a bunch of them. Had big numbers. You know, just and like I say, they just been it's just been really a joy to watch him play and progress and continue to play through the years.
Well, I can say this: there's no question that he's you know, arguably the best MAIS player ever to grace MAIS. You know, you like I don't think too many people would argue with that. And as far as high school numbers, you know, in the state of Mississippi, he will go down as one of the best players ever play high school in Mississippi. You know, you just can't dismiss what he's done, and he's done it he's really been a great kid. You know, you look at him, you know, obviously comes from a pretty good family, but you know, he's been a pretty good kid to kind of, you know, just watch go through this whole deal and kind of handled it from a humble perspective. And that's something to be said about his character. I mean, he's done a pretty good job. And again, major shout out to Josh Hubbard, and we look forward to what he's going to do going on playing. Committed to Ole Miss, and look forward to see what he's going to do at the next level. And so again, shout out to MIA and Richard DeWeese. You're talking about two. Richard DeWeese being the all-time leading wins for a coach, and then now he has the all-time points leader. So you're talking about two phenomenal records. And the way it looks now, I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb and say Hubbard's record won't be broken for another 40 years. I'm going to go ahead and make that statement. I don't see anybody, potentially breaking his record in the next 40 years. So if somebody breaks it, I'll be right at around 93 if it happens. So that's what I say. And again, shout out to all the other MAIS winners. We don't have them all. I know MRI girls won one. Clinton Christian, my guy Trey Alexander, and one of my favorite point guards, KJ Sykes.
And my guy Chance Funches down there, Simpson. They won the state as well.
Okay.
Anybody else you remember?
I can tell you a few of the boys winners. I'm not sure. I've got the boys overall schedule here, so I can look and tell you who finished one in there. In some of the different. Where is it? In some of the different. I'm trying to find it now. In some of the different other classifications, we just named 6A, 5A, and 4A. Clinton Christian 4A number one. Let me see here. I'm not sure who this is. 1-2A WMCS. That's what they got on the schedule. I think that's one of the schools from over in Louisiana that might have won the 2A.
Okay.
They won the 2A. And Tunica Academy won the 3A, boys.
Okay, cool. Well, as we get ready to close, man, let's give our last geek. It's been a long show, but it's been eventful. We had a special shout out again to oh boy, it's getting late. Provine, with the new Provine.
That's West Memphis. They won the WMCS, West Memphis.
Okay. Brookhaven, also thank Madison Central, Coach Ben Gardner and Sir Dante Washington. Ben Gardner, the head coach, Isaiah Spencer, along with Sir Dante Washington with Provine and Coach Tanya Jones sitting in for Preston Wilson. Snacks, last geek of the night.
My last geek of the night, I want to congratulate all those teams that have made this far in the postseason. Look forward to seeing how it all unravels to conclude the high school basketball season. And we also have MAIS overall this week as well. So definitely want to stay tuned to see who will come out on top of that as well.
Yeah, big week of basketball. Choose.
First of all, I'm going to start out by congratulating all the MAIS champions because, they are all champions at this point. It's overall this year. So they've already made that journey, and they've already captured their goal, and they deserve their credit and their well wishes and accolades for us. So I definitely want to start off with them. Then I want to say, man, I'm just looking forward to the next 2 weeks of high level activity and play with in the MHSA playoffs. And I think we got some potentially great matchups going on starting this week with Starkville, Horn Lake, potentially the two best teams in the state playing a knockout game this early. So man, I'm geeked. I'm geeker. I'm geeked. For what we got to come.
All right, awesome. Listen, I want to just shout out a couple things. Again, I agree. Shout out to all the MAIS schools. We definitely appreciate you, and we'll definitely do some more things talking about you guys, especially with the overall coming up. We'll try to come out and support. Also want to just mention March 25th, we'll be doing our Talking Hoops in the SIP showcase again. Definitely sign up for it. We'll see some more information, some flyer information coming out. March 25th be at MRA. We, obviously want to have some of the top players in all the different classes just come out and showcase your skills. Basketball won't be over. It'll be just beginning a new season. And also this year, we're doing something different. We're doing what I want to go ahead and just mention it now, the Geeker Sports Achievement Awards, North Mississippi edition. We're going to be doing 2 award shows, one in North Mississippi and hopefully one in Metro Mississippi as well, the Metro Jackson area. And basically what that is, my version of ESPN ESPY Awards. Obviously we have an ESPY Award winner here. I did that for like 7 years back in North Carolina. We're going to give out over 200 awards, to athletes in those different regions. So just be on the lookout for more information about that. We have several sponsors that have committed to come in and sponsor. I'm excited about that because that's going to be a big deal. That's going to be going on in late April, very early May when we do that show. It's going to be big time show. Snacks is going to be hosting one of those, shows, and I'm excited about that. And so again, for all the guests, Eddie Young, Cordarius Jones, Gabe Barber, Talante Weber, Shoes Johnson's, Snacks, I'm Coach EV, aka EV Geeker, saying good evening and good night.